but tonight is really cold and it was raining, which is unseen here in the summer. It just doesn't rain. It rains in the winter. Like I'm bundled. So I came inside and I'm gonna make myself a tea and then get ready for bed and then go to bed because I'm tired. Oh, this lighting is not good. I just thought I'd chat with you guys a little bit while I put some clothes away. As you guys saw, we went to a soccer game, which was my first time ever going to a soccer game in South America, ever. And it was very, very fun. There's like a few home teams in each city, at least in this city, because it's so big. But the like more popular one of the day lost 2-1. For someone like me who's really just going for the vibes, I had the best time and the best experience, and it was nothing like I've ever experienced before. I heard that there were like 32,000 people there, which was like insane. I've again never been to anything like that. Fans here are so passionate about their soccer because it's the only sport they have that's this big and this famous and loved. So that was so fun. And then I wanted to show you guys a little bit of what I got yesterday at the mall, because we went to the mall and we initially went to look at a couple things, and I was specifically looking for wedding guest dresses because we were invited to a wedding and we didn't know that we were going to be invited to this wedding until a few days ago, and I don't have a dress with me, so we have to go dress shopping and shoe shopping. I don't have heels either. Long story short, I didn't end up finding a dress. We're going to go to another mall sometime this week, but I did end up finding a couple things. I have been looking for a good fitted pair of jeans for a while, and I know Levi's has really good ones. So we did stop at Levi's, and I did get a pair of jeans that I tried on yesterday at the mall, and they fit like a glove. But I guess I was quite bloated yesterday because I put them on today for the game, and they were just far too big. We're gonna try and see if we can return or exchange those. But while we were there, I did end up just trying on a couple tops because I loved them. So this is the first one. It's just like a waffle material. You can't really see the color in this lighting, but it's like a light brown, and I think it's very nice. I can dress it up, I can dress it down, and then just a simple, it looks black, but it's like a navy blue. I have a lot of crop tops, but not a lot of long tees like this that I can just throw on, so I got those. Is wet, but I'm hoping that it's just gonna dry by the time that we get there. And I'm currently making myself a matcha, which I haven't had since we were back in Calgary, so I'm dressed and ready to go because now we're heading to the mall and I'm gonna look at dresses for the wedding that we're attending later this month, and I'm really excited, but also I just really hope I can find the perfect dress. I'm gonna take you guys with me to do that, but right now I'm gonna make myself a matcha. I haven't tried this one yet, but it looks really good and it's ceremonial grade, so it's the good stuff. I'm also going to be preparing it in this little cup that we got from a fair a few years ago because they don't really have plastic to-go cups, and just in case I want to take it in the car, so I'm just gonna make it in here. A little bit of honey with the wooden spoon so that it doesn't take out all the goodness that the honey has. A little bit of ice. And then I don't remember if I had mentioned this last night, but I'm trying to cut down a little bit on my lactose intake because I feel like I've been getting really bloated anytime I like have cheese or drink milk. So we got oat milk and I'm gonna try this one. It says it's free of any like harmful ingredients or additives or sweeteners, so it sounds really good, but we'll see. I'm just gonna give it a shake. It looks and smells really good and really promising, but now we're gonna try it. Good question.
Lungo.
Latte.
Latte macchiato.
That was messed up. Why would they not give us batteries?
No, right?
Or even just have it in there.
No. Yeah, no.
They gotta ship the batteries anyway.
Just a bit. Lots of inches. Hope you can hear me. I wanted to film cooking with me. I'm someone who really likes cooking, so I just wanted to kind of show like what all those onions. I'm still hungry today. What it looks like when I cook, but I didn't think that there would be workers here. I'm sorry for any of the noise, and I'm sorry if it bothers you, but these onions are so powerful, so I'm going to take a step back from the stove, which would be a great idea. And we're going to get the meat out because I'm going to be making some meat today for lunch.
I love a free comfort watch moment. I put it on
Okay, I just showered. I have literally no clue what I filmed today, but it's currently like almost 7 p.m. I think. I'm gonna take a nap because we have plans to go watch Wicked for Good tonight, but the next showing isn't until 10:15 and the movie is like 2.5 hours long. So because of that, I think it's in my best interest to take a nap, but I'm honestly not really tired, so we'll see how that goes. I'm so excited to go watch Wicked. I loved the first one, and I know for a fact I'm gonna love the second one. Stay tuned for that. Hi. So I actually ended up not even sleeping a pinch because I couldn't, and like I said, I wasn't even tired. So I'm really hoping I won't fall asleep in the movie theater. I have a good feeling I'm not gonna sleep because I'm obsessed with Wicked and I love that movie, but I thought I would do a little get ready with me while I do my makeup and show you guys kind of my everyday-ish makeup routine because I am on vacation. I'm just gonna wash my hands because I did put gel in my hair, and then we'll get started. I'm just gonna start with a little bit of skin care. I'm putting on my face lotion. It's the Centella Soothing Cream. I start my routine off with the it's the e.l.f. Brow Laminating Gel. A friend recommended this to me a while ago and I fell in love with it. I just grab a little bit and I just brush my eyebrows up. As you guys can see, I have very thin, very sparse eyebrows, but this product just kind of brushes them into place, and it's my favorite brow product I've ever tried. Then while I let that dry, I go in with some concealer and I just spot conceal and conceal under my under eyes, which I don't know if I should conceal under my under eyes tonight because like I said, they've been dry, so I think I'm gonna skip that part, especially because it's about to be nighttime. We're going to a movie theater. It doesn't need to be anything crazy. But I am gonna spot concealer on my mouth because it's red and dry. And then I'm just gonna spot conceal some little pimple blemish marks around my face. I don't have a beauty blender, so I just kind of let this sit in, and then I'm just gonna press it in with my finger. But now that that's set for a little bit, I'm just gonna pat it in. Oh my god, I didn't even tell you what concealer I use. It's the NARS Creamy Concealer. Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Light 2.6 Café con Leche. Next, I go in with this e.l.f. foundation flat brush and my Morphe bronzer in the shade Sudden Heat. And I just put a little bit on the brush and then I dab it into my skin and let it just melt in with the concealer. Using my Rimmel Natural Bronzer, shade 22 Sun Bronze. So we're just gonna go in with that. Next, I go in with a tiny little, I want to say this is an eyeshadow brush honestly, but I go in with my Revlon blush. This blush in particular I'm not a big fan of. When I bought it originally, I didn't know that it was a shimmer. Shade 25 Just Peachy. And I just go lightly right there. Here. And if you guys have any good powder bronzer or powder blush recommendations, please leave them in the comments below because I like what I'm using right now, but I don't love it, and I really want to have an entire makeup routine that I'm obsessed with. We're just going in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand Highlighter in Champagne Campaign. And I literally just put a little bit right there. And whatever I just rubbed in, I just take it up. And that's it. Next, I got these two freckle pens. The brand is Handayan. I got them off Amazon. I use the darker shade just to fill in the sparse areas of my eyebrows, and then I also like to draw some freckles. But I've learned over the years to love my natural eyebrows and to just trim them and shape them in the way that works for me. So I just try to keep them as natural as possible and call it a day. And I would normally go in with really random old eyelash curler, but today I'm gonna skip out on the mascara. Like I said, as I was saying, I'm gonna skip it on the mascara today because I don't want to put anything on my eyes, especially a waterproof mascara that's harder to take off. I just want to leave this area naked for tonight, just not to irritate it anymore. But if you were wondering, I used the telescopic mascara, the waterproof one. And then last but not least, I go in with any lip liner. I have so many of the same-ish shade. So we're gonna go with the pinky one today. It's in the shade 70, literally called Pink. And it's the Rimmel Lasting Finish Exaggerate Automatic Lip Liner. I just shade the outer line of my lip. I just outline them very lightly, like I use a very soft hand, and then I just blend it into the rest of my mouth. I'm gonna get dressed. See you guys when we're off to the movie.
Citizens of all, shield your children.
Good morning. Last night we got home super late from the movie as expected, and I fell asleep super late, and I didn't film anything when we got home because everyone was already fast asleep. It was like 1:30 in the morning, something like that, by the time I actually went to bed. So I'm making breakfast right now. Don't mind the noise in the back. The workers are still working on the floor, but I thought I would chat with you guys a little bit while I made breakfast. Stay right there because my Octo Buddy doesn't stick to my case anymore. Quite chilly this morning. It's actually really cloudy and really cold. I'm in sweatpants again and a hoodie. I feel like this video is just a lot of chilly days for some reason. This has never happened in all of the times that I've visited. It's cold, like it's December and this is pretty much peak summer here, so the fact that it rains or that it's cloudy like this is not common at all. While my toast is toasting, while my bread is toasting, I'm gonna make a matcha regardless, and it's gonna be iced even though it's cold because I'm craving one. So as I was saying, I'm just buttering my toast. I did burn it a little bit. That's fine. Wicked was unbelievable, and it came to no surprise, at least to me or anyone who knows me, because I was obsessed with the first one, and to be quite honest, I had never seen the musical or was never a big fan of anything Wicked until the movie came out. But I fell in love with the first movie more than I thought I would, and adored the second movie. But same thing that happened with the first movie, we went at a really late time. At least for me it was late, 10:15. The movie's like 2.5 hours long. It didn't start until around 10:30. I was definitely tired and my eyes were feeling very droopy during the movie, which was to be expected, but I didn't fall asleep. I did cry. I didn't cry as much as I thought I would, but I did cry, of course. Like, knowing me, of course I cried. And the way they tied the movie in with The Wizard of Oz, the original story of The Wizard of Oz. I haven't seen that movie since I was little, and my dog chewed up the DVD that we owned. I obviously know the storyline, the main storyline, and just the way it was tied in and kind of brought in that movie with the characters and the storyline that we know from Wicked. Like, I know Wicked's original fans are probably like, girl, we've been knowing this, but I didn't. So just going into this movie not knowing anything. However, the ending, I didn't predict the ending because I still did get a little bit scared, but I kind of had known, like, there was something in me that was like, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it yet. But such a good movie, and if you were a fan of the first one, you're gonna be a massive fan of the second one. I think that's just how I felt about it. But again, I feel like I'll only fall more and more in love with it the more I watch it, and the more awake I am the next time I watch it. But so good. But my breakfast is ready. I'm gonna go eat. This matcha's phenomenal. We found little Snape.